the raisin price or whatever they wrote. I don't know what they wrote.
Yes.
They did not write about the millions of Egyptians that they had in the Decent Life Initiative, clean water, clean sanitation, lining of the canals, the bad houses, the rural areas and the bad houses, which was completely moved and built instead of it, like Al-Asmarat city, for example.
Yes.
If you go and if you see the Asmarat city, with the stage, with the cinema, with the club, for the community club, with the sports, with the education, with the literacy classes, with the support for the children, with the classes of the teaching the children technology and how to use the internet and how to learn better things, how to play like any other club or social club or games in the highest areas of Egypt.
Yes.
So I mean, if you don't see the whole picture, if you don't see the full picture, if you don't zoom out and you keep on zooming in one item, and you are making people frustrated and making people upset, I see that this is national security issues. And he was very clear that people who are trying to do that are hurting the national security of our unity and the national security of Egypt. So His Excellency, with his kindness, with his fatherhood, with his responsibility and saving the country, standing to save our country, and as he mentioned, he said, I never created problems in the country.
Mistakes, yes.
Mistakes.
Wrong turns.
Wrong turns.
Never.
Or wrong decisions. Also, his team and the government and the political will, everyone on the chair are wise people. Wise people talking to each other. We are not like old times. Each ministry is in a different island. Today, there is strategic planning.
Yes.
Today, the ministers and the different ministries and all the political will is one hand. They are talking to each other, and the like corporate strategy, like a top management, they are following and walking or roaring in the same direction.
Yes.
So our government deserves, like His Excellency said, if you have how to solve the challenge, come, you are welcome. And there are so many channels now for your voice to reach the government. It's easy now to write on the platforms of the Prime Minister platform. You write your complaint or your idea or your brainstorm or your problem solving, instead of sitting and saying that we have a challenge. The world has a challenge, not only Egypt. The world is in a big challenge. But thanks to God, our country is safe. You sleep in your bed safely. You go out in the street 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You go to Khan Khalili or you go to any place.
Yes.
As a foreigner in our country, and I know that within the platform of Nile TV, we are talking also to foreigners in Egypt.
Yes.
So we are very safe, very secured, very friendly. You don't have any electricity cuts. You don't have any, you are not going to a hospital with your car and you cannot fill your car with petrol.
Yes.
So all this is stability, and our unity is the key point, or the key to our stability and our success, and our support to our government and our support to our political will is our strength. And anyone trying to play on this area is not wise and is not Egyptian.
According to the statements of President Sisi, he said that we are at a historic crossroads for the region, not just for the country, but for the whole region. The region is changing. How do you see the future of those statements being implemented on the ground for real?
I see the future from his own words. He said that we are diversifying our energy. He said within 3 years we'll get the 42% of diversified wind energy, clean energy, solar energy, not to depend on one energy. I see our future with enlarging the plot of land that we are living in.
Yes.
I see our future with our infrastructure. We are bridging very correctly and very steadily from the seas and the canals and the Nile, and we are really making a big infrastructure bridging, which will help our supply chain, will help our foreign direct investment, will help our people to find more jobs and job creation. Job creation today, 12 years ago, job creation was only in Cairo and Alexandria.
Yes.
Today, even if you talk about the fiber optics that took place in the villages, the Ministry of Communication and Technology, they made an initiative of teaching our youth in the villages. They call it the Upper Egypt Train of technology and education and capacity building for our youth.
Yes.
So even the fiber optics that took place in Decent Life initiatives in the villages of Upper Egypt, they created jobs for the youth in the village. So I mean, it is spreading the good and spreading the good things all over, all over Egypt, not in one place, but all over. Even in the borders of our country, on the borders, cities of the country, they saw a lot of development. They saw a lot of good going to them. And this is from the pocket of the government. This is from the subsidizing. Even the bread that we eat is subsidized. Tell me which country in the world is opening the door even for our neighbors to come and benefit from the subsidization of the government. How many people from the countries, our dear neighbors, are living now in Egypt, opening businesses.
Not as refugees.
Not as refugees, opening the businesses, winning money, even giving jobs for their communities, and eating from the subsidized bread of Egypt, hand in hand, very friendly, and the government is not spending only on the 120 million population, but spending also on our guests in our peaceful country. So definitely God bless our country and God bless Egypt.
Something that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has repeated one time after the other at every possible opportunity, and he said it today, that we need to be learning from our lessons, the losses that we have had in 2010 and in 2011, we're still paying the price until now in 2026. Do you think that the Egyptians have learned the lesson? Do you think that the other neighboring countries have learned the lesson, what happened in 2011?
That's why today he said, our unity is our strength. And as I always say, not only on TV but everywhere, and we all say that, and he has to know that we all say that, and not to listen to a very few people that they are ignorant people. We always say that he is the savior of Egypt, really. remember, maybe if people forget from where they came from, at 2010, we were losing our country and we were losing Egypt. The plan was hurting our country. And with our unity and with our dear beloved president, we have a very stable and very strong country. If you look to the map, you will know the only green, few green countries, we are one of them. So I mean, for people, they have to remember and they have to know that any kind of instability, they are hurting their kids. I teach in the university sustainable marketing and sustainability.
Yes.
So sustainability is to use your resources, but not to take from the resources of your grandchildren, and to leave resources for your grandchildren. We teach youth in the universities the green economy and circular economy and sustainability. So our political stability is our sustainability, is the future, the bright future that we are giving to our kids. Our grandchildren will not remember that during a war in the whole region, the petrol was raised for this amount, but our children will remember a wrong turn around to a political leader that hurt his people. He's protecting us, not only him, but all the government that was chosen, our dear Prime Minister with his wiseness. Some people also are ignorant and they don't know the amount of responsibility over the head of the leaders of Egypt in this hard time. You are talking about what you don't know. You don't know the full picture. You have outside constraints and inside constraints. And His Excellency said, who wants to come and walk in front of me?
Yes. This is a very important point, because we're always speaking about presidents, heads of states, but we have a leader.
Exactly.
He doesn't want followers. He wants
leaders.
The people to be beside him.
Exactly.
He wants people to be in front of him, to be leading the country. We are all partners in the same country, in Egypt. What does this say about the persona of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as a leader, not as a president?
As a leader, very wise, very transparent, very fatherly, very fatherly. He looks to each and every Egyptian. He's the father of this country. And it's true, I mean, you see it in all his actions, because a leader, as I always say, leaders are not the ones who walk the door, but the ones who open the door, who supports others. We saw in the youth summit how many youth he is empowering. We saw even in the, what you say, in the new leadership places that are taking place in all over Egypt. It was chosen from the young youth that were trained with something like the PLP, the Presidential Leadership Program of Youth, for example. A lot of the NTA graduates. So he's preparing leaders. He's not keeping the leadership for himself. On the other hand, we see in very important places in the Egyptian government, we see leaders of the 20s, and they are holding big places, very educated, very responsible, and very knowledgeable. And he made sure to ask people to be knowledgeable, and he asked people to see the full truth and to see the full picture before talking anything or talking any nonsense. If you don't have your facts, If you don't have numbers, if you don't know, don't please mislead others. Because misleading others, even God said, if you mislead others, this is a sin. I mean, this is very bad, because you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting your country, you're hurting your people. So this is very important that people listen and continue remembering how good position we are. We thank God for it, and He asked everyone to work hard. He asked us all to continue working, continue trying to help the country by industrialization, by productivity, by doing the right things in the right time, by efficiency, and a lot of difference between an effective organization or an effective country and an efficient country.
One of the important statements made by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was about the television series during the month of Ramadan, and how they, as you mentioned, they could be misinforming the people, they could be misshaping the identity of the Egyptians. But he said that there is progress. We have had some progress in 2026, but we need more. We need something to be reflecting our identity, our culture for the future, and for the neighboring countries, the other countries who are speaking in Arabic, who understand Arabic, who are fond of the Egyptian soft power, the television and cinema, and the television series more specifically in the month of Ramadan. What is the importance of President al-Sisi always speaking about this?
The soft power, by all its shapes, the soft power is the most important thing. And changing the behavior of the people takes years. You can change the opinion easier, but changing the behavior takes a lot of work and a lot of years. So the soft power of TV and series that enter each house, you find, especially during the month of Ramadan, you find families gathering around television series and gathering around a lot of drama and a lot of our famous actors that we love and actresses that we love. So these people and these series in the science, they change behavior and they change the culture, they change the language. So also by his wiseness and he's knowledgeable and he's a father, he's telling us that this soft power entering your houses with a different language or a different thought or a different idea or a different way of behavior will certainly affect our houses and our families and the young ones who are sitting beside us. And we think that the young ones, they don't understand, but they do have it embedded in their memory. And over the years, this can change the behavior of the crowd, the behavior of the mass. So he knows this science, he knows this. So he's giving also a message to our producers and our presenters and our actors to take care of the material that is entering our houses. And we saw many series this year were coming back to the Egyptian tone, our Egyptian tone. We have a very special tone.
And addressing the problems of the Egyptian society.
Exactly.
Yes.
Very openly and very objectively.
Yes, and finally, with some good news, the support packages, according to the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli and the government. How do you think the people of Egypt will be receiving this piece of good news?
I'm sure that, as usual, Egyptians, we love our president, we love our government, and especially the needy people, they saw the hand of support, as we were saying, not only for building their houses, clean water, sanitation, transportation, education, more classes, more teachers, more hospitals, more polyclinics in villages. A few years ago, if someone was in a village in Upper Egypt and he's in emergency, he'll take 4 hours to reach a hospital that will give him the emergency. Today, each village has its own polyclinic, its own doctors, its own people serving, job creation in the villages. So I'm sure people will face this with optimistic, and God bless our country. We need unity, 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 and our power is in our unity, not unity only among us, but unity with our government, unity with our leadership, and trust that our leader and our leadership and our government is doing their best. And we don't leave any 0.0001% suspicion that our government is not doing the best and making the best choices to our people.
Yes, Dr. Nevine, Professor Nevine Nabil Nakhla, the Professor of Strategic Management. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on this special edition and the Nile TV International.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
And this brings us to the end of this special coverage. Thank you for watching and goodbye. See you.